Move on. Thank you very much to challenge number 5, around me experience. We have already started the recording, so I hand over to the people named on the slide here, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the presentation of challenge number 5 from Schweiz Tourismus, around me experiences. We will present us with the problem that many travelers in Switzerland miss out certain experiences around them just because they don't know about their existence. And so our goal was to come up with a certain platform that would make them aware of them. So our solution is a prototype of an app, which by opening, a user would be taken directly to a dashboard, as you can see in the middle, and the user could use then choose then map or list view of the recommendations. The user could then enable live search, which means he or she would be notified about their sightseeings around his or her current location, or give the destination and be notified about their experiences around a certain pre-given location. The user could also use the menu to navigate between different features. But of course, it needs some filtering to narrow down the search.
For the search, you must mark some filter. What time do you have? What distance do you can mention? It means of transports you are by foot, bicycle, car, or public transport. For us, it's also important the weather. Do you want to be outside or inside? And also what your interest for, an adventure, nature, culture, or something like this. And we have a next slide.
Yeah, we have already seen the live search. Now to get really the sightseeings, we have an additional challenge. There you see like Arosa and Davos when you are now coming to Davos. So you probably get also the sightseeings from Arosa when we only take the cycle and get back the sightseeings. To narrow this down, we also created a simple algorithm. So it's still the first step to get to make a cycle, get all sightseeings from the API from this cycle, but then for each point get also the travel time. And now we can probably define a default depending on which transport, whether you are going by car or by foot. And so we can pick the sightseeing and show them back to the user. On the left side, there's the map from our app, also the simple prototype we made, where we already showed some of the sightseeings. Next slide.
As the main idea of the app is, of course, to see sites around you, so recommendations are of high interest. On the right side, upper part of the picture, you can see recommendations based on their pre-given location. For example, if you give St. Gallen, you can see immediately their sightseeings around you or experiences. For example, Maestrani chocolate experience, or Hölkasten, or Sentis, or Piton Powell Wind Park. And so on. You can also get recommendations based on your state lists, which you could say for places you want to visit further in the future, or the places you've already visited. So the algorithm then pick up, for example, if you have a couple of cities that you visited, a couple of lakes, and maybe you have more than all the rest UNESCO sites. So the algorithm would pick up that you might be interested in UNESCO sites and would give you more of those. That is how we see the app could work for users to give them sites around them. Thank you for your attention, and we're looking forward to your questions.
Thank you very much. I think the question goes, or the first question is from Markus Dickli.
Yes, first a big thank you to all the group members. I really liked your enthusiasm, and I was really impressed about the progress within the last few hours. My question is about the recommendations or the next steps. So within this challenge, you faced several sub-challenges. So which one would you recommend to face at first?
I would say one of them is that the algorithm needs to be fully integrated into the app and be tested. And also another challenge for recommendations itself, that unless they're based on your location, doesn't matter if it's current location or given location, then to give recommendations based on something, you need already some collected data. So for example, the user would need already to save some places or have visited some places to be given recommendations based on those. Otherwise, we had another option when the recommendations could be simply on top destinations or activities, experiences in the area, or just some per given recommendations from Schweiz Tourismus for the area.